Sandra, it's lovely to see you, and thank you so much for coming in. I read your book, right, and I'm not going to spoil it for everybody, but it's a gripping story in a period that I think is a bygone age of elegance and glamour. Give us a hint of what it's about.
Well, it's a book that's partly in the present, with a story about a woman of a certain age and a younger woman who goes to help her on an interior design job. And she was a model in the 60s. So there are quite large chunks of the book that jump back into the 60s, and that was such fun to write. It was because it was my time. I was 20 in the 60s. And so it draws heavily on personal experiences.
And the book is littered with wonderful names that we all love and remember, but the Kennedys, Marilyn Monroe, Frank Sinatra, and you mixed with all of these people. You're a very young girl at the time, and what was it like for you in that period? First of all, as a model, what was your modelling day like in that time?
Modelling in the 60s was wonderful. I mean, we were a smaller group of people. There were fewer newspapers, fewer magazines. The Vogue was there and Harper's Bazaar and everything, but there was a smaller nucleus of everything, and we were all good friends, and we weren't paid as much. If you were 5 minutes late, it wasn't a crisis at the point of how much it was going to cost everybody, like it would be now. So it was a very happy time.
Yeah, I think people, you're right saying that, because I think it's like all the models were very elegant, but a lot of them, there was no chauffeur-driven limousines to take them to events. You just turned up, didn't you?
We did our own makeup, and we had all these hair pieces we had to somehow put into our hair, and I couldn't do my hair, and false eyelashes and the stilettos.
Frank Sinatra, you touch on him, and he's very cleverly woven into the book. What was he like really as a person, though, for you? I mean, you know, your recollections.
Well, my recollections, my husband at the time, my first husband, was writing a slim little book about Sinatra and his music. Oh. And so we happened to meet him in London, and he said, "You kids come on out to California and come on my inaugural flight of a new plane I'm having, and so and you can come to recording studios." So we stayed with him in his home in Palm Springs. We saw quite a bit of him in Beverly Hills. He took us to Las Vegas in the plane, where he was doing a 2-week gig. It was just fantastic. Amazing time.
I mean, quite frightening as well to go on an inaugural plane flight as well.
And I had to put that on paper and turn it into a book. You know.
You see your book, do you still get a thrill because it's on a shelf in a store, isn't it?
It's the best thrill in the world. It really, and the worst moment is when it's not there. You know,
yes.
When you go into a shop and you think, "Where's my book?" You know?
Or you could look at the positive and think they've sold out. Oh no, it's lovely. Well, listen, Sandra, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. Good luck with the book. Come back and see us with the next book. And thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much, Neil. It's been a treat.
Thank you.
Thank you.